6:30 a.m. right now on, yes, a.m. on this Wednesday, April 9th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
And I'm Jen Maxfield. Darlene has the morning off. Adele has an update on the Lincoln Tunnel. Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa here with today's forecast. You know, yes, the AM thing, but also the fact that it's April.
I know.
I'm checking the calendar.
I know.
It feels like winter still.
I know. And that wasn't in the prompter. You ad-libbed that.
Yeah, hey.
Yes.
After,
But he's a pro.
Talent.
He's
nothing gets by me.
But yeah, it is April. We did need that reminder for sure because it certainly doesn't feel like it. The good news is we have so much sunshine and those days are getting longer, more than 13 hours of daylight today. So we do have that going for us. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful view from Chopper 4. We appreciate you guys always, along with covering live breaking news and traffic. We often get these beautiful shots too at 6:31 right now. Temperature wise, yeah, well below average for this time of year. 32 at Central Park, 29 in White Plains. And talk about kind of a shock there. We have some lake effect snow showers to the far north and west and just a little bit of a breeze still. So it feels like 25 out there at Central Park. Feels like 19. Just as more of like a planning number, right? Do you need all the layers? Why not? Grab the scarf, the gloves too, and the heavier jacket. Again, a lot of sunshine by lunchtime, just 41 degrees. We're on our way up to 48, so a little bit better than yesterday temperature wise. And the winds will not be nearly as gusty, so that'll make it a little better. And we stick with the fair skies through the overnight hours, temperature slipping into the upper 30s by tomorrow morning. All right, 6:31 right now. And Adele, what are you keeping an eye on?
Keeping an eye on a lot right now. If you are heading into the Lincoln Tunnel, we've got some pretty heavy backups here. Eastbound side, 495, the approach to the tunnel itself, right by Park Avenue. We've got an accident taking out a lane. Delays are already back to the turnpike. The good news is once you make your way past that crash, you've got a clear shot into the tunnel itself. Heading onto the Grand Central Parkway, still watching this accident westbound by the BQE with delays heading back to the LIE. LIE itself also a bit of a slow go as you make your way into the Grand Central Parkway and then continuing on into the BQE there. Good news though, Hutchinson River Parkway, that earlier crash by the New England Thruway has cleared out. Delays have eased out as well. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thanks very much.
A new executive order by Mayor Eric Adams will allow federal authorities, including ICE, to have office space inside Rikers Island. The Trump administration now says it is not backing off its latest deadline to end congestion pricing. This is
checking Maria. Bundle up with the stock there, Maria.
I know. Good luck trying to get the winter coats back.
I know.
I know. It's always a struggle, but highly recommended, even a little scarf because temperatures are below freezing. We have a little bit of a breeze. Looks like they'll get recess outside with sunshine, but temperatures holding in the 40s all day, even into this afternoon. Tracking some rain showers, which could disrupt some outdoor activities toward the end of the week and the weekend in the 10-day forecast.
all right. We'll see you then. Plus compost.
On to the roads here in New Jersey. 22 eastbound. Still watching this crash over by North Broad Street, taking out a lane. We've got 3-mile backups coming up in a few minutes. We're going to help you get around it and give you an update on that crash at the Lincoln. But let's take a live look outside right now onto the Cross Bronx Expressway. A bit of a slow go here westbound into Webster Avenue. You're watching Today in New York.
More than 60 years after his birth, a Long Island man discovered his mom and dad were not his biological parents.
Now he is suing the Queens Hospital that he claims switched him at birth. Today, New York's Paisley Cheng has his story.
Moving story.
Yes, and just hard to imagine your whole life and your view of yourself changing after 60 years.
Absolutely. All right. It is 6:46 right now. We do want to check in with Maria. Maria, you're at Columbus Circle. You know, that's the area where all distances to New York are measured from Columbus Circle.
I love that tidbit that you share, Michael. It's fascinating. And also, it's one of those spots where there's always action, right? We've got the traffic going. We've got the flowers in bloom, the entrance to Central Park, one of them. And you can start to see the greening of those trees. So spring is trying to get going. Obviously, temperature-wise, we're struggling a little bit. We've got 32 out the door at Central Park and still a bit of a wind chill. It feels like 25. So kind of prepare your morning with that number in mind. Although we're not as gusty as yesterday, obviously we have that chill very much in place, but we're going to keep the bright skies. So we have that. that. West-northwest winds lighter than yesterday, so a little more tolerable as far as comfort level with that chill. 41 by noontime, headed up to 48 degrees. This is well below average for high temperatures, and you can see even through this evening, we'll still be into the low 40s with those clear skies. But just kind of give you a reference point, this time of year, the average lows are right about 43. So obviously a good 10 plus degrees below average. And for those high temperatures this time of year, the zone to kind of focus on right about 59 degrees. I do think we have a chance to catch up with mid to late April into next week. But yeah, it's going to be a couple days before we can do that. And we do lose the sunshine tomorrow. More clouds move in. Now, as far as rain chances, we see that really pick up Friday into Saturday, and enough chilly air in place that higher elevations in the Northeast and New England could pick up a little bit of snow on Saturday. Finally, when that system exits, we get a chance to get those temperatures to rebound nicely and for more than one day. So we can appreciate that. 49 this afternoon. Sunset, by the way, at 7:29. We'll dip to 39 degrees overnight tonight. So another cool start, still below freezing in some spots north and west, but not quite the chill that we've had the last few days. And we're going to settle on about 50 for tomorrow, which again is still below average. We're going to be close to that even Friday and Saturday. Friday into Saturday, especially better rain chances here. Should be out of here in time for Sunday, which looks like the better day of the two weekend days. Of course, next week, pick a day. So far, so good. We've got some sunshine, temperatures even closer to 70 degrees by Tuesday, and close to average here the rest of the week with overnight lows. Not too bad either, 40s and 50s. All right, 6:49 right now. Adele, what are you keeping an eye on?
We're keeping an eye on a few things, actually. Some pretty heavy backups here in New Jersey. 22 eastbound by North Broad Street. We are still watching this crash. It is taking out a couple lanes. It's a multi-vehicle crash here. 3-mile delays through the area. 78 would be your way around it. You are going to hit slowdowns there, so you are going to need some extra time, but it is a much better ride for you. Heading on to the approach to the Lincoln Tunnel here, 495 over by Park Avenue. We are still watching the stall taking out a lane. Delays going back to the turnpike. Once you make your way past that, though, you got a clear shot into the tunnel itself. Heading on to the Grand Central Parkway westbound. This accident has cleared out by the BQE, but it's left behind delays back to the Kew Gardens interchange. And we now also have a crash on the Major Deegan southbound by Mashalou Parkway. Jen, back to you.
Adele, thank you.
Buddy, thank you for streaming with us. It is Wednesday, April 9th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
And I'm Jen Maxfield. Darlene Rodriguez has the morning off. Adelle Caballero is watching several commuter alerts for you this morning. Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is here with today's forecast, watching those temps. And I keep hoping they'll inch up just a little.
If you watch real closely, it's starting to happen. But yeah, we're trying to climb out from below freezing in a lot of spaces, a lot of places. But the sun is shining, so we love that. The wind's not howling. And look how green it is looking already as we look at the Governor Mario M. Cuomo Bridge. Right now, right at freezing in places, but that cold air really far reaching too, even into the upper Midwest, where we're actually still talking about lake effect snow showers, or at least flurries out there. Otherwise, nice and quiet, and we're going to get a ton of sunshine. What we don't have today, that we had yesterday, these really gusty winds, which kind of settle in that 10 to 15 mile per hour range heading into the afternoon, and that strong April sunshine will help go a long way with when it's not so gusty. 1 o'clock temperature, 43 degrees, on our way up to a high of 48. We hang on to that sunshine all day, clear skies through this evening, and temperatures hold into the low 40s through late tonight, back into the upper 30s by tomorrow morning. All right, let's get an update on the traffic. It has been a busy morning, Adele.
Yes, it's been a very busy morning, and one area where it's probably not going to let up for weeks to come is 80. Both ways still completely shut down here over by exit 34. That's multiple sinkholes in the area that's causing this. We've got construction underway. Backs things up every morning, even on your local roads. Your way around at 46 or 10. Heading on to 1 and 9, you've also got long-term construction here. Route 3 out to the Lincoln Tunnel. This is in preparation for the Hudson Tunnel. And keep in mind, we do still have that long-term construction over at JFK Airport heading around the terminals. Jen, back to you.
Adele, thank you. President Trump's so-called reciprocal tariffs on imports from 86 countries are now fully in effect. Stocks started sliding in Asia, and Australian markets plunged 2% just minutes after trading began. Today, New York's Tracy Strahan is tracking the response from the
work does
survivors this morning. All right, 7:10 now. A really chilly start to your Wednesday, Maria.
Yeah, close to below freezing around the boroughs from Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and the Bronx, but you see full sunshine. However, We are looking at clouds returning tomorrow and definitely the showers by the end of the week and into the start of the weekend. I have a very nice warm up, though, I promise, and it has some staying power. I'll show you that coming up in the 10-day.
All right, some good news there.
And the rails, we've got some issues right now. 8 trains have delays. New Jersey Transit, Raritan Valley Line, up to 30-minute slowdowns there. And Metro North Harlem Line also seeing some slowdowns as well. Coming up, we're going to let you know what your commute on the roads is going to look like. Let's take a peek out there right now onto a pretty nice ride at the Mario Cuomo Bridge. You're watching Today in New York.